Hello, everybody. This is Jeremy Esplin, Program Manager for Unified Communications here at Fishers Technology, and this is the second video in our series on the Elevate desktop application. This video will focus on messaging and company messaging. First off, the difference between company messaging and messaging is this. Messaging is your own personal private messages. These can be internal chats to people within the organization, or it can be messages that you send via SMS, text message, to people outside your organization. So you're able to send and receive texts right from your desktop computer. Let's go over company messaging. Company messaging is an optional service that business owners can choose to subscribe to that allows them to associate a published telephone number with a text message queue. This allows you to say, for instance, take your main telephone number for the business, and instead of saying call us here for service, you can say call or text us for more details on our service. When a text comes in, it comes in and it gets labeled with whatever the text queue is named. So you could have something that says sales, and then a business owner is able to designate multiple individuals to be the recipients of that text. You can then reply to that text. You can also send new texts out as that number. So for instance, I can send this to my cell phone. Click start conversation. As you can see, I've already done this here with a bunch of people, and we have a bunch of our folks already in this, including a bunch of our help desk techs. And so I can send a message to my cell phone. This is a training text. Send that out, and in just a few moments, that's going to reach my iPhone, where I can reply to it. And in just a few moments, that will come through. There's that reply that is sent back from my iPhone. So this allows two-way text messaging with multiple individuals within this group. Right below that is our messaging icon. Now, again, this messaging icon represents one-to-one personal communication. So I can send a new direct message to somebody within the organization. Send this over to our lead engineer, Bill. So I've gone ahead and sent that over to Bill. Looks like maybe he's gone idle, and that's okay. Looks like he's been away from his PC for the last 4 minutes or so. If he were at his desk, he'd be able to reply back to me and respond with a friendly hello. I can send files to Bill through this. I can also choose to call him from here. If I click on call, this will initiate a telephone call to Bill. I can mark these messages as unread or read over off to the right here. I can click on add to add a third person or fourth or fifth person to this conversation. And over here off to the right, I can choose to mark Bill as one of my favorites, or I can choose to mute him so I don't hear anything from him. And as you can see, his little icon over here now has a mute button over it. I can also see a little bit more about Bill. I can see that he's a lead IT engineer. He's in our unified IT department. I can see his email address, his extension, work, and mobile numbers. I can also see a history of the files that I've shared with Bill. Now we can also do a channel. And what a channel is that's a group of one or more individuals, or two or more individuals rather, that I can chat with. This, if you're familiar with Microsoft Teams or Google Messaging, it's a similar function to that. So I can call this IT Techs. I can choose to make it public or choose to keep it private. If I choose to make it public, other people will be able to join. So I can do help if I could spell, huh? So I'm going to do Joseph Valencia, and I'll go ahead and do Jason Thomas. And both of these people are in our enterprise IT techs, so I'm going to call it enterprise. We'll put Jameson in there too. Great channel. Now, I don't expect them to actually reply to me because this is after hours that I'm recording this, so they're probably off work. But the same thing as with a personal message. This is just to a group. I can attach files. I have GIFs that I can send, so I can send an animated GIF if I wanted to, or GIF if that's how you pronounce it. There's also emojis available, and I can mention people within the chat, and that will send an alert directly to them. There's also simple text editing capabilities in here, such as being able to mark something as bold, italicize it, underscore it, bolded and numbered lists, increase and decrease indentation as well. Now, if I were to click on this Meet Now button, what this will do is this will start an immediate video conference and immediately invite those individuals to join. So you can do kind of an ad hoc video collaboration meeting. From here, I can also choose new SMS and punch in a number. And that's my cell phone number. And as you can see here, I'm able to send and receive text messages. Of course, emojis are there as well, and I can also send files via text as well. I'm able to also attach pictures. So if I need to send a picture to somebody, I can do it through here, and if they send a picture to me, I'll receive it as well. Over here, I'm able to see search the message history. I can choose to mark this message as read or unread. I can choose to mark this person, this recipient, as a favorite or not. I can choose to create a contact out of this number or add to existing contact. If I have if this is maybe a cell phone number for an employee, I can add them. I can add this telephone number to their existing contact within the system. I can also choose to mute this conversation so I don't get notified when somebody replies. And of course, I can also see our files that we've shared with this individual as well. I can also choose to call this individual either by clicking this telephone button over here or this telephone button over here. Now, of course, I've marked several of these people as favorites. That's what that star is here. So if I were to mark this as a favorite, put a little orange star right next to them, and they're marked as a favorite here now. And I can scroll through my text message history as well. This little plus button also allows me to create a new contact. So if I wanted to create a contact using, say, that telephone number, I'd call this Jeremy's cell phone, Fisher's Technology, and I can go ahead and punch in that number. I can add additional telephone numbers too if I wanted to. And I can choose which one of these numbers is going to be the primary number. I can remove numbers from the contact as well. And I can add additional fields such as email address. And location. Click create. That contact has now been created. Okay, the next module is going to go through meetings and files. It's really only going to be just kind of a service level of each of these, but I do encourage you to watch it. We do have a whole video on the meetings module already available on our YouTube channel, so I encourage you to check it out. And stay tuned for additional training videos on how to use this application. Thank you.